now let's have a little look. So basically, your isolation of the working area means you have to control the moisture and you have to manage the soft tissue, right? The moisture can be of 2 or 3 ways. The moisture can be one, so your saliva is there. Second thing, if you're using a aerator, the coolant, the water spray, that itself is going to cause a lot of problems. And that water that comes from your aerator, that has to be cleared and sorted out. You have to see that your operating field is dry. So how do you do this isolation? What are the techniques? So when you're controlling moisture, you're controlling saliva, you're controlling blood, and you're controlling the gingival clavicular fluid. These 3 points or these 3 aspects need to be controlled properly. You need to see that saliva secretion is bare minimum and you are able to isolate the tooth in such a way that the saliva gets collected somewhere else or it gets sucked out. Same thing with blood. Suppose suddenly if there is inflammation in the gum, you're doing a class 2 and the decay is below the gingival margin, and you start doing the proximal box and you realize that you have niched the gingival, the interdental papilla or the gingiva over there, is going to start bleeding. Same way, if there is some amount of gingivitis, there is gingival clavicular fluid. So you have to control this, you have to tackle this and then go ahead and complete your work that you are doing. The soft tissues that you have to manage. You have your lips, you have your cheeks, your tongue and your gingiva. So these 4 things need to be clean, clear, thoroughly managed so that you can have a very nice, clean, dry operating field. A field where you can visualize properly. A field where your instruments can go in and come out without there being any salivary or moisture contamination. A field wherein when you put the restorative material, it can set properly chemically so that it achieves the maximum best physical properties. This can happen only if the field is dry, only if the field doesn't have any saliva, only if the field doesn't have any moisture. Yeah? Right. So now let's look at how do you control this moisture. Right. So here, if you're having a long question, you can just write down this. You have got direct methods, indirect methods, and you can use drugs. Okay. Now the direct methods are using a rubber dam, cotton rolls and cotton roll holder, gauze pieces, absorbent wafers for the cheeks, suction devices, gingival retraction cords. Indirect methods is giving local anesthesia, and the drugs you can use are anti-sialagogue, anti-anxiety drugs, and muscle relaxants. Right? So you can talk about each of this in detail. So when you talk about the direct method, you use the rubber dam. So we all know this rubber dam. The rubber dam would come as a short note, or it can come. The whole thing can be part of a long question. So rubber dam was invented in 1864 by Dr. S.C. Barnum, a New York practicing dentist. Read it. Next thing is, what does rubber dam do? It isolates the tooth from the other teeth in the oral cavity. It keeps the tongue out of the way, it keeps the lip out of the way, it keeps the cheek and the gingiva out of the way. Right? What are the parts of a rubber dam? Right. Now in this rubber dam itself is about a 2 hours or 3 hours lecture. So I'm just trying to put it in brief for you. The rubber dam consists of a rubber dam material, a rubber dam frame, rubber dam clamp, rubber dam punch, rubber dam clamp holder. Okay, so the rubber dam is, the material is a soft latex, okay, which comes in different sizes of 5 inch by 5 inch or 6 inch by 6 inch. It can be a soft, medium or hard, or soft body, light body, medium body or heavy body. So depending on which tooth you are working on, it can retract that way. It comes in different colors. It comes in a green color, in a blue color, in a dark color. Why? It comes in different colors because when the light comes, the light will reflect from it and you can see that tooth properly, it stands out better. You have a dull side and you have a shiny side. Always the dull side should be out, so the light doesn't get reflected on from that rubber dam onto you. So this is how you have a rubber dam. Now in the rubber dam, then also you have a frame. You have the rubber dam frame. The rubber dam frame essentially are of two types. You have a metal frame, which is the Young's metal frame, or you have the plastic frame, which is called the Nygaard Osby frame. Now what is the difference between the metal one and the plastic one? The metal one, if you are putting it, and if you take an X-ray, it's going to come as a radio opaque picture. But if you are using a plastic one like the Nygaard Osby, if you take a X-ray with the frame in place, it will not show on the X-ray because it is radiolucent. The metallic frame is radio opaque. Then when you look at the clamps, you have special clamps for the front anteriors and for the posteriors. You have clamps for the incisors, separate clamps for the premolars, separate clamps for the molars. Then even for deep or teeth that are at various angles, or they have not unerupted teeth or maloccluded teeth, you get different shapes of clamps that will fit on. So you have to see which clamp fits properly to that tooth, selected accordingly. Then you have a rubber dam punch. You use a rubber dam punch to make holes. The holes are made or punched into the rubber dam where the tooth fits. So depending on the shape or the size of the tooth, you decide on which size of the punch you are going to take. Then you have got cotton rolls and cotton holders. Now cotton rolls and cotton holders are again very important because they at once absorb whatever saliva is forming, whatever liquid or anything is getting absorbed. Same with gauze pieces. Again, absorbent vapors, these are put along the cheek, so they will take care of your any secretions from the cheek. Now the gauze or the cotton roll, if you're working on an upper tooth, you should put it in the buccal sulcus so it will block the parotid duct. If you're working on the lower teeth, that is on the submandibular or the lower teeth, you need to put it below in the sublingual area such that you block the submandibular or you collect whatever saliva comes from the submandibular ducts or the submental duct. Then you use the light, heavy body and the slow or the heavy duty suction. And then also gingival retraction cords are used. They contain hemostatic agents which when placed inside the gingival, they will cause gingival retraction and reduce any type of bleeding as well as crevicular fluid. Also if you use local anesthesia, the vasoconstrictor in that helps reduce some amount of the salivation. Okay, and if you find the patient salivates a lot, you can use anti-sialogogues. Different tablets come, pharmacological tablets come which can be used. Anti-anxiety drugs can be given or muscle relaxants can be given so the patient is comfortable and doesn't salivate a lot. Having understood this, the soft tissue that we manage, again, the retraction of the gingiva can be physicochemical, chemical, mechanical, electrochemical or surgical. Physicochemical is the gingival is forced away but in a lateral and apical direction, and you can use a rubber dam, you can use retraction cord or wooden wedge. In chemical means you can use vasoconstrictors, astringent and staphyline. The vasoconstrictors decrease hemorrhage such as adrenaline and noradrenaline, but they increase the blood pressure and blood sugar and they are contraindicated in patients with hypertension and diabetes. The different astringents can be biological fluid coagulants or tissue coagulants. These are the various available: alum, aluminium phosphate, zinc chloride and silver nitrate, etc. The electrosurgery means that when you are using a electrocautery, which when is used, you can at once use you can use the cautery and cauterize well whichever area is bleeding is happening. Surgical means is using sharp scalpels to reduce interfering gum tissue surgically, or when you are doing crown lessening procedure, it takes some time. It cannot be done